All right. I'm now live on YouTube. 3, 2, 1. The live video is starting on Facebook. 3, 2, 1. Still starting. Okay, so you guys will forgive me. Where I put my Starlink, there are a lot of obstructions, okay? Hear me? Okay, my Wi-Fi is not the strongest. It's because my Starlink is obstructed. It's not on a high spot right now. But I'm gonna do it, okay? I'll eventually do it. You understand, boys? Yes. I'm gonna eventually do it. So once I do it, then we'll be able to do much more. Okay, boys? Boys? Right. Let's now get started. Here's the first one. The first question, we are live. It says we are now doing number 6, right? Let's do number 6. The temperature each day can be midday, low, average, high, or very high. So we have low, we have average, we have high, we have very high. So in other words, we have 4 possible things. So why are you showing us this? Why do we need to know this? It's because, look at this. They'll give you probability of 3 things: low, average, high. They didn't give you very high. If they now ask you for very high, it's the 4th one. You should know that the probabilities of these 4 things, they add up to give you 1. Are we together? Atle? Remember that probability is divided into how many parts? Guys, probability is divided into how many parts? 3 parts, right? There are 3 things that we use to solve probability questions. What is the first thing? First thing is the fact that probability of an event, let's just say of A. This is the first thing, right? Atle, if they ask you to say, you have 5 red sweets, you have 3 blue sweets, you have 6 yellow sweets, then they ask you for probability of picking a red sweet. If you pick randomly, you pick 1 sweet randomly, what is the probability that it will be red? What do you do? How do you find the probability that it will be red? How do you find the probability that it will be red? Are you listening, boys? How do you find the probability that it will be red? Yes. Take the number of times we have read. How many times do we have read, Abotle? 5 times. Then we divide by the total, right? The total, 5 plus 3, 8 plus 6, 14. 5 over 14. You are done. So there is this part. We have only 3 things. So we are going to be using either this idea to solve probability questions, or we're going to be using the second idea. What is the second idea? It says probabilities add up to give you 1, right? Yes. Probabilities add to give you 1. All the probabilities, they add to give you 1. If they are percentages, they add to give you what? 100%, right? Yes, if they're percentages, all the probabilities as percentages should add to give you 100%. So here, if you have 4 possible things that can happen, there are 4 things that can happen, then they make you know 3. How do you find the 4th one? You know that all the probabilities should add to give you 1. So to find the 4th one, you say 1 minus the other 3. Right, guys? Huh? Yes, you should remember. So that is how we were going to do it. If you have a probability which is missing and it's only 1, then you know that probabilities add to give you 1. So subtract the other ones. Okay? Then the third and final thing. What is the third and final thing? Atle? The third and final thing is for 2 events or more. Yes. When you have 2 events, you pick, then you want to pick again or something. If you see the word end joining, what do? You multiply, right? The probabilities. You multiply the probabilities. And then if you see the word or, what do you do now? You add the probabilities, yes. You add the probabilities. Okay, we'll talk about this addition. So now let's see here. We have, look at this, boys. They say the probability of low. We are now doing number 6. Let's do number 6 again. Probability of low. What is the probability of low, Abatle? And then what is the probability of average? Atle? What is it? 0.55. Then what is the probability of high? Well done, boys. It's 0.25. Then do we know the other one? Probability of very high? Do we know the probability of very high? We don't know it, right? Okay, great. We don't know it. So we'll know it. Don't worry. Now let's start to answer the questions. They want what? Work out the probability that the temperature is not low. So the probability of not low. So it should be anything that is not low. So if you want probability of not low, remember we said probability of not low. They want probability of not low. Can you see that on part A? They want the probability that it is not low. How do we get it? Do we use these numbers? We have 3 things to do. We have 3 possible things to do. Atle, we have only 3 possible things to do. Either we do this part 1, or we do the second thing where you say probabilities add to give you 1, or you do this last thing where you use and or. So can I ask you, do we have the number of times of not low? They want probability of not low. Do we have the number of times so that we can say the number of successful things? Do we do that? We can't use this first one. Right, guys? You agree with me? So we cannot use this first one of number of successful outcomes because we don't have the number of times it's not low. They didn't tell us that. What about this one? Can we use probability should add to give you 1? Can we use that one now, the second one, on to find not low? Yes, we can. What would we say for us to find not low? Probability of not low plus probability of low should give us 1. Because either it's low or it's not low, right? So when you add the probability of not low plus the probability of low should give you 1. To find probability of not low, what do? We take probability of low to the other side, right? So here we say 1 minus the probability of low, which is going to be equal to 1 minus, what is the probability of low? Do you have it? Were you given? What is it? Yes, it's 0.15. So you say 1 minus 0.15. What do you get, guys? 0.85. Well done. Question? No question. Good, Abatle. Let's go to part B now. Let's go to part B. Let's see this one now. They say the probability of low or average. Where is it? Here. The probability of low or average. What do we use here? Do we use the first thing where you use the number of things? Do we have the number of things here? We don't have. Well done. Do we say probabilities should add to give you 1 when you see the word or? No. We do this part of 2 events. Well done. Where you say or is to add, right, guys? Yes, we say or is to add and is to multiply. So or is to add. So what are we adding here on low or average? We're adding the probability of low to the probability of average, because there's the word O, which means you add. So it's probability of low plus probability of average. Is it not, boys? What is the probability of low? 0.15. Plus, what's the probability of average? Were you given it? Here, 0.55. So plus 0.55. What do we get here? 0.70. Like this, right? Are we on the same page right now? Well done. Atle, are we on the same page? Well done. Let's do this part number C. Let's do this part number C now. It says probability of very high. What do we use? Very high is the only one that we have not been given. We have been given low. We have probability of average. We have high. But we didn't have very high. Should we use this first thing where you say number of things over the total? No, you don't have the number of things. Should we use this one which says they add to give you one? Yes. Good. Okay, we can't use those keywords or stuff. So it's a probability of low plus probability of average plus the probability of high plus the probability of very high should give us what, guys? All this should give us 1. What happened now? How do we now get the very high? We will now say, what is the probability of low, class? Probability of low here. What is it? 0.15. Well done. Then, Abate, what is the probability of average? 0.55. Well done. Then, Atle, what is the probability of high? Well done. 0.25. Then, plus the probability of very high, which we don't know. This should give us 1. So, let's add these ones that we know. What is 0.15 plus 0.55 plus 0.25? Please put in your calculators. Yes. 0.95 plus the probability of very high. This should give us 1. So probability of very high is going to be 1 minus 0.95. What is the answer? Well done. Well done, Abatle. 0.05 is the probability of very high. So here we use the idea that they add up to give you 1. So you see, we only have 3 possible things to do. You should just use one of them. Either to say they add to give you 1, or to say the number of things over the total number of things, or to use the keywords. Are we together? All right. Now let's look at this number 7. We are looking at number 7 now. Look at what it says. Can you see what it says? How many people do we have? So this one, I can see we now have number of things. Oh, that's good. So we're going to be using that first idea of probability where you say the number of things over the total number of things. No, that's good. So here they said you have 7 girls, 13 boys, 19 women, and then the rest are men. So the total should be 50. So let's find how many men there are before we start doing any questions. Number of men. Number of men will be equal to 50 minus 7 plus 13 plus 19, because we have 7 girls, 13 boys, 19 women. So how many men do we have here? Can you punch it like this and tell me what answer you get? 11. 11. So there are 11 men, right? Okay, so this is going to be 11 men. Anyway, so you have 11 men. So you can now write to say you have 7 girls, you have 13 boys, you have 19 women, then you have 11 men. Now we can answer nicely. Find the probability that it will be here. Work out the probability that the person is a child. That's the first one. So if the person is a child, then either they are what or what? Okay. So we're going to say probability of child is equal to the probability of boy or girl. What do you do when you say the word or? You add. So it's going to be probability of boy plus the probability of girl, right? Because there's the word or, right? What is the probability of a boy? How many boys do you have? 13. Out of what is the total number of things? 50. So that's its probability. Plus probability of girls. How many girls do you have? 7 girls. Over what is the total number of people? 50. So now here you'd say it's over 50. What is 13 plus 7? You're going to get 20 over 50, which is a 2 over 5. Yes, you can even write it as 0.4. Well done, Abatle. So on this one, are you seeing? We used 2 things here to answer this question. The first thing we used was we knew what the word or meant. Because for a child, it's either a girl or a boy only. Men and women are not children. So we don't use that one. So for or, we said it's either a boy or girl. Then we added. We know what or means, we added. Then the second thing, we now know how to find probability. Probability of a boy, we said, is the number of things divided by the total number of things. Are we together? Right, so then you'd now say probability of girls is the number of girls over the total number. Then you add them because there's the word or, then you find an answer. Okay? Let's do this one now. Probability of a female, part B. Part B, what's the probability of a female, class? If you're a female, then either you are a what or what? Yes, you're a woman or a girl. Well done. So when you say probability of female, inside you now say probability of what? You say P of what? Of women or girls. Right? Which is going to be, what is the probability of women? Or since you say the word or, you operate now to say it's going to be the probability of women plus the probability of girls. What is the probability of women? 19 out of what? It's 19 out of 50 plus, because there are 19 women. Well done. What is the probability of girls? 7 over what? Yes. It's the number of things divided by the total. Don't forget that. Now, since both of them are over 50, we can just say what is 19 plus 7? You get 26, right? So this is an answer. Did you see it? You can reduce it to lowest terms by 2. This is 13 over 25. So yes, don't forget, okay? Now we do the next probability, which is the probability of what? Part C. Probability of an adult. We are now used to their game. We know what to do. Probability of an adult, that means it's either a man or a woman, right? So probability of men or women, which is equal to plus probability of men plus the probability of women. You add them because it's the word or. What's the probability of men? How many men do we have, boys? Here? 11. Over what is the total? 50. Plus probability of women. Okay, it's 19. Out of what? 50. So we now put 50 there. Since both of them are over 50, you now say 11 plus 19. What do you get? 30 over 50. Which, when the zeros go, it remains at 3 over 5. Are we together? Now look at part D. They want the probability of a male. Yes. They want the probability of a male. If it's a male, then it's either what or what? The probability of boys. Yes. Boys or men. So you say that. Well done. You say that. Then you now open it up, which means it's the probability of boys. Then what do you do with or? You add, right? So here we'll say, what is the probability of boys? How many boys do we have here? 13. Over what's the total? 50. Plus, what's the probability of men? We found them to be 11 over 50. Then here you just put over 50. So now what is it? What is this? 24 over 50. Which when you divide by 2 is 12 over 25. Is there anyone with a question here? Are we all fine on this one? Atle, are we fine on this one? Atle? Where is Atle now? Okay, good. I can hear you. All right. Now let's do number 8. What do you do in number 8? In the word mutually, the letters of the word mutually are written on separate blah, 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 blah. Work out the probability of an M. How do you find M, guys? Probability of M. How do you find it? Do you say the probability is add to give you 1? Is that the concept you use? Yes, we use the number of times you see it. We use that formula for a number of times. So how many times do we have M? 1. Right? In mutually, we only have 1. Over how many letters are there altogether? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? It'll be 1 over 8. This is the probability of M. What is the probability of U, class? Yes, there are 2 U's over the total is 8, which becomes what? 2 into 2, 1 into 4, 2 into 8, 4. So it becomes 1 over 4. Can you see that? Then what is the probability of L, class? How many L's do we have? Yes, 2. Well done, number 3. Over what? Yes, which just becomes again 1 over 4. Well done. Well done. Well done. You're doing very well. What is the probability? D. They said probability of M or U or L. It's going to be probability of M plus the probability of U plus the probability of L, right? Which is going to be Tell me. M we found it to be 1 over 8, the M. Plus U, we found it to be 1 over 4. Plus this other one, we just found it to be 1 over 4. So this now becomes equal to 1 over 8 plus 1 over 4 is a 2 over 8. Plus this other 1 over 4 is a 2 over 8. So now what do we do? Since all of them are over 8, we put over 8. Then we add 1 plus 2 plus 2. Okay? It's 5 over 8. Any questions so far? Let's do this last one, which I need you to know. Probability of not M or U or L. What is the probability that it's not? You say 1 minus the probability of M or U or L. You understand? You do the idea that they add up to give you 1. That's the one we use here. So it'll be 1 minus 5 over 8. Which you must know 1 is actually 8 over 8. Yes. It'll be 8 over 8 minus 5 over 8. Since both of them are over 8, it would be O over 8. You say 8 minus 5. So it will be equal to 3 over 8. Well done. So do you see how to get the not? Do you see what to do if you have probability of something, then you want to get probability of not of that something? Are we sure? Are we together here? Isn't we had M or U or L? Now they want not of that. You say 1 minus M or U or L. Do you understand? Then you get for not. Are we together? Atle, are we together? Okay. Well done. I'm super proud of you. I'm super proud of you. I'm super proud of you. You're doing amazing. We'll keep going, eh? So now let's do here. It says, I'm going to close. We are now doing number what? 9. This is number 9, right? It says you have red, you have white, you have green, you have black counters. Now, here, let's see. So what are the things we have? We have red, we have white, we have green, and we have black. Can you see this? Now here, the probability that the counter in red is 0.55. Yes, here we say, and let's write. We've already done red, white, green, and black. What is the probability of red? Tell me, class. 0 point, yes. Well done. 0.55. Now they said the other 3 colors are all equally likely. The other 3 are all equally likely. So we are going to say probability. Okay, that's good. That's good. We want to find out these other 3, white, green, and black. All of them should have the same probability. But to find that same probability they should have, you say 1 minus. Well done. Probability of not red. That's what they're actually asking you for here. Here, you say probability of not red is going to be, when you have probability of something and you want probability of not that something, you say 1 minus. I love that. You people are now good. Probability. So probability of not red is 1 minus the probability of red. Because we would have said that the probabilities add up to give you 1. So probability of red plus the probability of not red should give us 1. Probabilities add to give you 1. That's the concept we are using. Well done. So what is the probability of not red which they want? It is going to be equal to 1. Then probability of red goes to subtract on the other side. 1 minus the probability of red. which is going to be 1 minus 0.55. This is the probability of not red. Are we together? Which is 0.45. You see it, right? Sorry. Oh my days. I touched this by mistake and it affected the YouTube, the Facebook live. And you guys can no longer see my screen. Let me fix. You can see my screen again, right? All right. Good. Well done. Let me just sorry. I was just fixing the Facebook stream because it got affected, okay, guys? Okay. Now I'm live again. So we are continuing. We got 0.45. So the probability of not something is the easiest one, right? The probability where it says not red, it's so easy because you just say 1 minus probability of red. So it's way too easy. They should change. Now they want probability of red or white. Can you see? They want probability of red or white. What is the probability of white? Probability of white is equal to probability of not red divided by 3, because there are 3 which are equally likely: white, green, and black. Are we together? So not red is for 3 things that are equally likely. So what is 0.45 divided by 3 to get the probability of white? 0.15. So thank you. I'm very happy. 0.15. Now we can say now probability of red or white, which is the one they want. What do you do when it's red or white? It is probability of red. Then what do we do with this or class? Or means you do what? You add, right? So it will be probability of red plus the probability of white. What is the probability of red? 0.55 plus what is the probability of white? 0.15, right? So you get probability of red or white is 0.7. Are we together? Anyone with a question still here? Now let's see here. Number 10. Let's see what is going on. Number 10. Let's go now. Number 10. It says a spinner has 3 sections, 3 sectors labeled A, B, C. Probability of landing on A is twice the probability of landing on. So let me tell you how you get things when the questions start to do this. Whatever you read, are you listening? Atle, Abatle? How you get answers on such tough, stubborn things is whatever they give you, write it down. What did they say in the first line here? Okay, so you have A, you have B, and you have C, right? You only have three possible things. Is it true? Good. What did they say about the probability of landing on A? It is what, Mr. Abotle? It is what? Yes, the probability of landing on A is equal to 2 times, okay? The probability of landing on A, you write probability of landing on A, is, you put your equal sign, twice the probability of landing on what here, Abotle? On B. So probability of landing on A is 2 times the probability of landing on B. Well done. Now, the probability of landing on B, Atle, itself is twice the probability of landing on who? 2 times the probability of landing on C. Okay? Then they said work out the probability of each. So now, can we just do it? What do we know? We've written these things. Well done, you've done very well. So can we now write to say probability of A plus the probability of B plus the probability of C should give us 1. Is it true? Is it true? Okay. Atle, is this true? That the probabilities should add to give you 1? Atle? Okay, good. So now let's start to change. We have the probability of A here. Plus, what is the probability of B, class? Or let's change. What is the probability of A? Let's change the probability of A. What is it? Probability of A is equal to what? Here, 2 times what? The probability of who? Of B. Where is Atle now? What I've written down is what they mean. To say the probability of A is equal to 2 times the probability of B. So when I see probability of A, I can remove it and write 2 times the probability of B plus the probability of B plus the, yes, yes, 1 probability of A, yes. That's what you do. So if they say, because here they said probability of A, you write P of A. Then they say is twice, you write is equal to 2 times the probability of B. So that's what they had said. It's twice the probability of landing on B. So you write probability of A is equal to 2 times probability of B. So the next time you see probability of A, you can remove it and put 2 times the probability of B. Then you say plus probability of B plus probability of C is equal to 1. Now, what is 2 probabilities of B plus another probability of B? How many B's would we now have? 3, right? So we now have 3 times the probability of B plus the probability of C is equal to 1. Is it true? Is this true, guys? We had 2 here and we had 1 here. So we added them to give us 3, the probabilities of B, plus the probability of C giving us 1. Is it true? Now, what is the probability of B? Abotle, what is it? From here, what would it be? Yes, probability of B. Probability of B, what would it be now? Based on this. Oh, it's cutting. Yes. Let me fix this. Yes, try to tell me now. Probability of B is what is going to be what? Look, based on this sentence which I've put in purple. Probability of B is what? Right. Am I back? Can you hear me nicely? Okay, good.
So we go again on this number 10. This number 10, I want to have confidence in you guys that you'll be doing it. So here they said spinner has three sectors labeled A, B, and C. So we have three things, right? We have A, we have B, we have C. Are we together on that first part? All right. Now, on the second thing they're saying, let's just see how. Don't let the question tell you what to do on its own. Right. So your success is going to be whatever sentence you read. I'm going to remove these sentences. Whatever sentence you read, convert it into whatever statement you read, convert it into a sentence. Did they say the probability of landing on A is twice the probability of landing on B? Did it say that? So probability of landing on A is equal to 2 times the probability of landing on B, right? Then the second says the probability of landing on B is twice the probability of landing on C. Is that also correct? So probability of landing on B is equal to 2 times the probability of landing on C. That's how you write it. Have you written it now? Have we written the sentences? So anytime we see probability of A, what should we do, class? We should remove it and put 2 probability of B, right? And then after that, anytime we now see probability of B, we should remove it and put 2 probability of C, right? All right. So here we will now say, okay, now they say work out the probability. You know that you have A, B, and C. So the first thing you do, you write, since I only have A, B, and C as my 3 sections, I'll say probability of A plus the probability of B plus the probability of C should add to give me 1. Is it true? But here they say probability of A is 2 times probability of B. So whenever I see A, I should remove it and put 2 of probability of B. So I remove A, I put 2 times probability of B. Okay, if you want, you can say let probability of A be equal to 2 times the probability of B. You can say that. So wherever there's probability of A, I'll now say 2 times the probability of B plus the probability of B itself plus the probability of C is equal to 1. We go step by step, right? Here I have 2 probabilities of B. Here I have 1 probability of B. I add them. 2 plus 1 is 3 probabilities of B plus the probability of C. This gives me 1. Now, what do I know about the probability of B, class? What is the probability of B? From here. When I see probability of B, I should remove and put what? Yes, how do I put it? I remove probability of B, then what should I put? I should put this. What does this say about it? So if I remove probability of B, what should I put? Tell me what I put. Probability of B here is there. They tell you what it is. What is it equal to? 2 times probability of C, right? So if you remove probability of B, what should you put? 2 times probability of C. Well done, right? So you say 3 by 2 times probability of C. Because probability of B, that's what they said it is. It's 2 times probability of C. Then you say plus this other probability of C. That should give you 1, right? So now what is 3 times 2? 6, the probability of C. Plus another probability of C should give you 1. What is 6 plus this 1? It becomes how many? 7. So 7 probabilities of C. This is give you 1. You take 7 to the other side. You get probability of C will be equal to 1 over 7. Is it true? But now if you come back here, they said to get probability of B, you say 2 times the probability of C. So now that you found the first one, you will now say probability of B is equal to 2 times the probability of C. So it will be equal to 2 times 1 over 7, which is becoming 2 times 1, that's 2 over 7. Can you see that? Then now you also have this other statement which you come back to now, which says probability of A is 2 times probabilities of B. So you can say probability of A is equal to 2 times the probability of B, which is equal to, you can say the probability of A is equal to 2 times the... Okay, where was I? Where did it cut? Where was I when it cut? Okay, so let me do it again. I said probability of A, you go and you pick it from here. You go back to this sentence, it's 2 times the probability of B. So you say probability of A is 2 times the probability of B, which is probability of A becomes equal to 2 times the probability of B is 2 over 7. And here when you have a whole number multiplying a fraction, it just multiplies the top of the fraction. So it'll be 2 times 2, that's 4 over 7. This becomes the probability of A. So we now have the probability of A, it's 4 over 7. We now have the probability of B, it's 2 over 7. Then we now have the probability of C, it's 1 over 7. And we are done. Are we together? Atle? Do you understand? Oh. Is this where you want? From here. Okay. Look, where did we get the 3? We added, okay? Because we removed probability of A and we put 2 probability of B. Because they said probability of A is 2 probabilities of B. Can you see? Watch closely, Mr. Abotle. Watch closely. Are you watching? They said probability of A is twice the probability of B. Did they say that? Tell me, yes or no? Yes. So you write that probability of A is equal to 2 probabilities of B. So whenever you see probability of A, remove it and put 2 probability of B. So here we have probability of A. We removed it and we put 2 probabilities of B. Then now we can combine, because there's another probability of B somewhere. We combine 2 plus 1, it becomes 3 probabilities of B. Probability of C is still there, it comes, and we say it's still equal to 1. Are we together? Then we now see here, it says probabilities of B is twice the probability of C. So we can remove probability of B and put 2 probabilities of C. So come here, guys. We had 3 probabilities of B, but we want to remove this probability of B and put 2 times the probability of C. The 3 is there, but it's outside. We have probability of B. They said whenever you see it, you must remove it and put 2 times the probabilities of C. So then plus another is equal to 1. So now it becomes 3 plus 3 by 2. It becomes 6 probabilities of C. Plus another probability of C is equal to 1. They add each other. They give you 7 probabilities of C is equal to 1. Then probability of C will be equal to 1 over 7. Are we together? Is it better now, Atle? I'm going to give you guys questions to do. Number 11, number 12. I want you to do them. And then we do now some questions from here. Okay? I'll give you, then we'll come and we'll do this one. I'll give you from the other exercise one more set of questions. Then we'll come and do these ones from exercise 12.2. We want to do them as well. Are we together? All right. This is enough for probability. Muhammad, yes, you can use this idea. It's very helpful. you can use these ideas. Okay, Mohammed, Modi.